it like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that tasty finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot, Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey yo, Nike check, t-shirt check, sneakers check, socks check, hoodie check, shorts check, Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Going up sky high while I'm rocking Air Force. And she just wanna ride, shorty bad and gorgeous. She was rocking stripes, said it's alright, then I cut her off.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Indianapolis Colts. And the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, ready to go, and we are underway from Lucas Oil Stadium. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Eckler, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A gain of 3, second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On the jet sweep, here's Westbrook. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. On the return, it's Rodgers. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. 29-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big pickup of 38.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. And that'll bring up second down.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, we're from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LREs. Distinctive destinations, all I want.
60 license. Hawk 70. Blue team, Pioneer. Check.
Escaping the pressure right. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's good for 28 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
5 yards from the end zone, first and goal.
Where's 52? Watch 52.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
The ball carrier.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up second and goal at the Chargers' 2-yard line.
52, Mike 52. 19 tight.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
That catch good for only a couple.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
3-yard pickup.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Herbert just beat the play clock. On the screen, this is Eckler. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
2nd and 6. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now back to throw. Screenplay, Johnson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. They run with Taylor. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
52 is the Mike, boys. 52. What we got? What we got? What we got?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. The Charger D making things difficult, and it's 4th down. Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Blankenship's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they've been moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Finding room at the 30. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. It's a gain of 34. The safeties were well back there, and he had a lot of room. Were they in the cover too?
Yeah, they were, and the safeties were back. You know, usually they're 12 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, somewhere around the hash mark for each of them. But what also happens if the linebackers dive into the line, if you block them initially, that blocker can come off of them and get up to the safeties on the 2nd level, and now you've got a big place to run the football.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A carry for the nearby collegiate star, Indiana's Jordan Howard. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Eckler, and the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And now look at him go. He's at the 50, 30,
oh boy,
the
you
20,
ain't got no feet.
10, 5, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
On the move to his left. And that's going to be incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They run with Hines. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking for Campbell. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And goal to go.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll drop to throw. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
That's money in the bank, baby.
The Charger drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Out of the gun, Herbert. The open man is Westbrook. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On second down, Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the jet sweep, here's Grant. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. A final shot before the break for Herbert.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception.
Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. Target, 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 target.
They'll look to throw here on first down. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it, and to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he'll go down at the 28. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Here's the 2nd and 7. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
A 6-yard.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
3-yard line.
Buying time to his left. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll try and run, Taylor, and he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And this offense continues to pour it on. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Colts 31, Chargers nothing.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This is Jakeem Grant. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they're going to have a 3rd down. from the shotgun. Here's Herbert. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Chargers.
Ready. 7's the Mike. Mike 37. You can't block me. You can't block me. And we go 37's the Mike. Mike 37. It's our time.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Hawk 70.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 17. Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Operating from the gun. Herbert, he dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
It's a gain of 8.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Mike 37. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Herbert operating from the red zone. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
On 1st and goal, Howard. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit.
Michael Badgley.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is down to 24. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Rodgers on the return. And he returns this to the 22.
Isaiah Rodgers on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter and now can really take some time off the clock. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They run once more with Taylor. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
A yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 7.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. It's a big conversion on 3rd for the Colts. 41 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Running from the gun, Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. This is Hines. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first. This now for 42 yards out. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. at the 27-yard line.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee.
Herbert's
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
The Chargers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Eckler. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
A gain of 4
Someone's been
yards.
having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Here we go.
Running from the gun with Howard. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
The ball carrier.
Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
From the 50, here's Herbert. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Chargers.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Hey, we're going 37's to Mike. Mike 37.
Herbert on first down now. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. That's Derek Barnett coming in and making the play. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, Herbert. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
Herbert's pass.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 13-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5 from the 8. It's Eckler again. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. 79.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. One last throw here for Herbert. That's to his running back, complete. And he is out of bounds here.
Today's final score.
So this one winds up in Indianapolis victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one